Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Let's do it.
Awesome. Today we're looking at something that might seem pretty straightforward at first glance.
Yeah.
Sauna safety. But as you know, on this show, we like to get into the nitty-gritty.
Absolutely.
And today we're going to be using a fascinating case study straight out of the BMJ Case Reports.
Ooh, medical journal.
Yes, real medical mystery territory. You know I love it.
I know you do.
So picture this. A woman in her 70s, a regular sauna goer, ends up spending 12 days in the hospital after a session at her local gym.
12 days.
12 days. That's a long time.
That's a long time, yeah.
So obviously something went seriously wrong, right?
Right.
And the big question is, what happened?
Exactly.
So before we get into the sauna itself, let's rewind a bit and look at what she was doing before.
Yeah, good idea.
She had been stretching for about 45 minutes.
Okay, so she was already warmed up.
Exactly.
Which is key because, exercise already naturally raises your body temperature.
So her body's already primed for heat. Then she steps into the sauna.
Oh.
And here's where things take a turn for the worse.
Okay.
Paramedics found her unconscious.
Oh my gosh.
Her core body temperature was a staggering 42 degrees Celsius.
That is very high.
Dangerously high.
Yeah.
Her blood pressure had plummeted and her heart was racing.
Classic signs of heat stroke.
Severe heat stroke.
Yeah.
This is where it gets really scary.
Okay.
This wasn't just a mild case of overheating.
No.
She suffered a heart attack, had seizures, and there was even damage to her liver and kidneys.
Oh, wow. That's really serious.
Yeah, it's a stark reminder that sauna use, even if you do it regularly,
Right.
can have some pretty serious consequences.
So can you break down how that heat actually leads to those kinds of complications?
Sure. So when your body temperature gets that high,
Mm-hmm.
your heart's got to work overtime to try and pump blood.
Right, to try and cool you down.
Right, to try and cool you down, and that can lead to a heart attack. And then those seizures, well, that intense heat, it messes with your brain activity, and it throws your electrolytes out of whack.
Makes sense.
And your vital organs, like your liver and your kidneys, they just can't function properly in that kind of extreme heat.
Right, start shutting down.
Exactly.
So what happened to her after the paramedics got there?
Well, the good news is she regained consciousness after about 2 hours. And after 26 days, she was pretty much back to her baseline health.
That's amazing.
But there were lingering effects.
Like what?
She experienced confusion and drowsiness for a couple of days, and the fatigue stuck around even after almost a month.
That's wild.
Yeah, it just shows that even when you recover from something like this, it can really take a toll on your body.
So any clues as to why she was so severely affected?
Well, there's another layer to this case.
Okay.
She had some pre-existing conditions. Type 1 diabetes and thyroid problems.
Right, and those can definitely play a role.
Exactly. Conditions like that can make you way more susceptible to heat stroke.
Can you give us some specifics about how those conditions could affect heat tolerance?
Sure. So diabetes, for example, can affect your blood circulation and your body's ability to regulate temperature.
Mm-hmm.
And thyroid disorders, well, they can impact your metabolism and make you more sensitive to heat.
That's a good point.
It really underscores the importance of being aware of individual factors like that.
I mean, everyone's body responds to heat differently, right?
Absolutely.
And certain conditions just make you more vulnerable.
For sure.
So what did she have to say about the whole thing?
Well, she actually stressed how important it is to stay hydrated, especially when you're using a sauna.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, and she advocated for having staff regularly check on people in the sauna.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Yeah, just to make sure everyone's doing okay.
Right, because it's easy to get carried away.
Now, it's important to note that cases like this are pretty rare.
Okay.
There are only about 10 documented cases of sauna-linked heat stroke.
Really?
Yeah.
But still, 10 is still 10 too many.
Yeah, absolutely. And this case really drives home the point that even though it's rare, it's still a potential danger.
Right.
And it's a good reminder that we need to take precautions.
So what are the big takeaways here?
I think it boils down to this.
Yeah.
Even everyday activities can have unexpected risks.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-existing conditions can make you more vulnerable.
Right.
And staying hydrated is absolutely essential.
Especially in hot environments.
Exactly.
So for all our sauna enthusiasts out there,
Yeah.
it's worth taking a moment to think about your own sauna habits,
Yeah.
Like how long do you usually stay in there?
Mhm.
Do you go in after a workout?
Right.
And how good are you at staying hydrated before, during, and after?
These are good questions.
And if you have any health concerns at all, it's never a bad idea to chat with your doctor about how they might affect your heat tolerance.
Good advice.
It's all about staying informed and taking those precautions to stay safe and enjoy those saunas responsibly.
Absolutely. Well, that was a fascinating deep dive, wasn't it?
Always a pleasure. And remember, folks, knowledge is power when it comes to health and safety.